Hi everyone, I'm Hannah. You're welcome to my allotment for a plot tour today. It is the end of March and it is a warm and sunny day today. It is more like May maybe, and it is just gorgeous. You see the spring bulbs are all here and it's just divine. As a reference, my allotment is based outside Oxford, UK, where we have oceanic temperate climate with mild winters and cool summers, and my last frost date is mid-May. Right, let's have a look at what's growing at the end of March. Unfortunately, I have the dog with me today. You enjoying yourself? Come on, get off the path. Okay. This is Raska, everyone. She's enjoying the summer weather as well. For those of you who are new here, I have a rather large plot with 3 sections to it. This one up here, and then I have the middle section, which is mid-size, and then I have a longer section way over there. But we're gonna start over here. So this section of beds has got a few of my overwintered veggies in it. This first one has got some brassicas. These are 4 calet plants and 4 Brussels sprout plants. And as you can see, they are starting to flower. So it's time I got them out. But I'm gonna eat these flowering shoots off the calets, and they will be just as gorgeous as purple sprouting broccoli. Oh, hello, cat. Are you going to catch this mole that lives here? As you can see, I've got a bit of a mole problem. He keeps digging up the beds, but that's all right. The Brussels sprouts are also flowering and equally tasty. I think there are probably some sprouts here as well. Yeah, some actual sprouts to eat. Brassicas are cool because the whole plant literally is edible, so there's a lot of bang for your buck. So the next bed over, I've got some herbs that I've been overwintering. There's parsley, coriander, and one little dill plant, and they're all coming into growth now. And then I have a lot of garlic, and they're doing really well, even though there's a lot of mole action here. You can see it's been pushing up the mulch. I'm not too worried about the mole. Them digging around in the bed is obviously a problem when you've recently planted out seedlings or if you direct sow. However, I only direct sow carrots and parsnips and not here, so it's okay. Once the plants are established, it's not really a problem. And they do eat slugs, so maybe that's why I have very little slugs here. Yeah, so there's not much I can do about it. I have a cat and he refuses to catch it, so there we are. And next to all that garlic, I have my field beans and my broad beans, and I'm just about to plant my spring sown out as well. These are autumn sown, aquadulce long pod and field bean, and there'll be a few more rows here. And as you see, the broad beans have started flowering. I usually have a mesh over them, or have had since I planted them out to protect from the wind, but that needs to come off. Obviously, we're predicted snow in early April, so I might cover them up for that. Just I don't want them breaking from the weight of it. The field beans are much smaller still, and I'm just waiting for them to do something. I have not grown them before. Usually people grow them for green manure, but I am growing them to actually eat the pods, so we'll see what we get. And next to the broad beans, I've got some Overwintering Calabrese, which were sown very late, I think September, and I've never tried this before. So far so good. They've overwintered as small seedlings in this bed, and yeah, I'm hoping for a very early harvest. In this middle section, I've got at the back my new greenhouse all set up, and I've got some raspberries and strawberry beds, and at the front here, behind the daffodils, I've got another brassica bed this side, and then here I'm growing some elephant garlic, and it's looking all pretty. And next to it I've got some November sown carrots, Amsterdam forcing, which are doing very well, putting on quite a lot of growth now that the light levels are increasing. I'm very impressed that they germinated. I had leftover packet of seeds, so I thought I'd just sow them at the last day when the packet suggested that I try it. So I'm very happy I got some. We'll see if they crop earlier than my spring sown. Next to them I got some beautiful purple sprouting broccoli plants. This one is ready to harvest. Probably could have done it sooner than this. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? So these, I haven't actually harvested any yet. I sow mine in June, so they are later to the party, just in time for the Hungry Gap now. I think this one is still waiting for the flowers to come. And at the end, there's just some leftover broccoli and some kale, and I think they're all starting to produce flowering shoots, and then some spring onions I actually sowed in February last year. And here we are. They're still coming. Very good. And next to the middle section is my original bed area that I started when I first got the allotment. As you can see, I've mulched all my paths in between the beds. They were originally grass, but I want to get rid of that because the grass was taking nutrients from the beds, which is just very annoying. I've planted some of the bed space up already for spring. And first we have some wild rocket and some lamb's lettuce, and I sowed these late September, I think, and they overwintered in the greenhouse. It's a bit of, again, an experiment. We'll see what happens. I have pea for shoots, sorry. And then we have 4 rows of turnips, multi-sown, and then I've got some Calabrese that were spring sown interplanted with radishes, multi-sown. And I've got these brackets here ready for the fleas. It's just been so hot these last few days that the fleas had to come off. But as I said, snow is predicted, so it needs to come back over and protect the little seedlings. Next to it, I've got 2 rows of parsnips and then spring sown 2 rows of carrots as well. And the carrots have come up, but you all know what carrots look like. Over here, got some parsley that is from last year, and we're still picking, and some carrots that are also overwintered, and I'm still picking. They are, not a great harvest. They were mainly to give some carrots for my dog, so yeah, we'll see. You want one? Come on. Come on then. Oh, okay. Yeah, she would dig them up herself if I would let her. But yeah, then the mesh does many things, partly keeping her out. Over here I've got some other overwintered vegetables. I think these will be, the black Spanish radish. And I really need to get these out of the ground before they start to flower. And 2 more little parsleys over there. This bed is still empty, so just got the stumps from my glass gem corn. But over here I planted out my tall peas because they were climbing out of their modules where I sowed them. They are multi-sown as well. I still need to build the structure for them to climb. And these cloches are here to support the fleece ahead of the snow. The weather is so weird. And then at the bottom I've got my rhubarb. And I don't think you can see that, but there's a little tree there, miniature plum tree. And then this is the asparagus bed, but down the center of it I planted out a row of garlic just to make use of the space. So I've planted up 1 row of first earlies in the beds, and then a bucket of first earlies as well, just to cover myself in case we have a late frost again, because they took my first earlies very, very bad last year. The foliage was too large by the time the frost came mid-May, so I want to, in case that happens again, I want to be able to move some of them inside the greenhouse. So we are now at the bottom of the plot, and I'm stood here by another experiment. This is my attempt at growing Christmas potatoes. So I planted them up in this bucket without a bottom, and I think 2 of them have come up, but they died back. Obviously we had quite a bad winter, but they survived and they're now growing again, so I need to cover them up, earth them up so they keep growing. I mean, I don't know when they'll start to flower and all that. It'll probably be super early, so we'll see if it works. But yeah, let's have a look inside the greenhouse. This is our little Christmas tree. So yeah, now I have 2 greenhouses. One quite small one, 6x6, my original one, which is great. Fits quite a lot in actually. And I've had overwintering salads in there. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of it flowering now, though some of it are for harvesting flowering shoots, like the soy sim. They're gorgeous, and they're all, as you can see, members of the Brassica family, the oriental greens that have grown over winter. The mustards, for example, the rapani, they're all members of the same family. And then I've got some claytonia and some purple spinach, some lettuces, spring onions doing really well, and then lots of coriander back here, which is also doing well. And I mean, I don't know, have you ever seen these ginormous spinach leaves? So this is perpetual spinach, so they're absolutely huge, and they've been loving it inside here in the greenhouse. And at the very back I've got my fig tree, which I have been overwintering in here, and I can see they have figs coming now as well as the leaves, but I can only count 3 figs, I think, so I don't know, is that all I'm gonna get? We'll see. But I'm so happy I can actually walk inside here now because I have the other greenhouse. So these are some dahlias that have overwintered just in old spent compost in here, and I need to plant them up at some point and get them started again for this season. What's the dog doing? Outside the little greenhouse I've got quite a lot of pots. So my tete-a-tetes have finished flowering, but they have lots of other things coming. Just gorgeous, and these I wish you could smell them because they are just divine. And yeah, the fritillaries, I think it's their show right now. They are just gorgeous. And how cute are these little daffs? Absolutely beautiful. I hope there's more coming. So down here behind some fruit bushes is the new greenhouse, my pride and joy. And in here now are all my seedlings, and I'm so happy with this space because it's just so generous, and I still have a lot more capacity if I need it. Oh, there's a bee in here. Is it a bee or is it a wasp? It's a wasp, isn't it? It's the first one I've seen this year. You've woken up. Are you going to be able to find your way out? Wow, that's a... is that a... what is that? That's not a wasp. Go on, get out. There we go. Excellent. Thanks for helping me with that. Anyway, yes, seedlings. So, got quite a lot of flowers and all my calabrese, sweet peas. They are autumn sown and they are desperate to go out. I'm just a bit worried about the weather. I really should just plant them out and then just protect them with fleece. They have survived inside the greenhouse at almost -7 in winter, so they should be fine. Got some strawberry runners I need to pot up, and some dahlias that I've started, and yes, onions. My red onions have just not germinated. I need a new packet. And yeah, I mean, it's just seedlings, seedlings, seedlings. Dwarf peas, Monch 2 peas, and my tomatoes that I've just pricked out. And yeah, it was quite nice to be able to do it inside the greenhouse. And yeah, I'm just letting them sun themselves a bit, and then we can move in, back in under the grow lights. But yeah, this is now usually where I hang out, have full view over the plot. Yes, so that's the plot at the end of March. I'm thinking maybe to move these plot tours till the middle of the month. Maybe that makes more sense, because most of you won't be watching this in March, will you? Seeing as it's April tomorrow. But yes, I hope you enjoy these. I am sure that I will enjoy looking back at them later in the year or this time next year and see what's different. If you've been watching this far, thank you very much, and if you're new here, you should consider subscribing because it all really helps. If you want to know more of what I get up to on a weekly basis, I upload a vlog every Friday just to detail what I've been up to and what jobs I've got done that week. So check them out. I'll see you soon.